What's happening, guys? Well, let's go drill a couple holes and put in a few rivnuts. I've got 3 rails in so far. I've had a significant migraine, a serious migraine for 27 hours. But let's see if we can't go do a couple holes real quick and get you up on the roof. All right. See, this is going to be no-handed climbing a ladder. That's not good. It's not good at all. Let's see here. Okay, we're almost up. Let's put some tools down. I don't want to film me crashing. Okay, there we are. We're up on the roof. And let's see if I can not fall off here, because that would not go well at all. All right. And I think I'll put you over here. All right, let's see if we can't get this to work. Give it a try anyway. Okay, so I've marked. So these are installed. So incredible. And I painstakingly set my jig and got these 3 aligned, and now they're not aligned because they're not in their place anymore. And I've got black marks on the roof. I've been so sick, guys. My brain is broken, but bear with me. Let's put a couple punch marks in these things real quick. My punch mark guy is being pretty persnickety. Everything I've got is breaking. Oh, I think I need my glasses. Okay, let's get a snap here. I don't know why it's not snapping. Oh, there we go. There we go. All right. Okay, there's a couple. Come on, camera, follow me. My cameraman is really slacking. There we go. I think I got a setting wrong in my camera, because it's not following me correctly, but it's trying. Okay, now we'll break out the drill and we'll drill a couple holes here. Put the insulation back. Blow off some metal shave-ins. I'm gonna polish and clean the roof after I'm done here, and get it all beautiful and shiny before I put the solar panels on next week. So we got 2 holes there, and let's see if we can drill a couple more accurate holes over here. I got a really expensive, I got a couple of them, a couple really expensive drill bits. They cut this roof like butter. Makes you think the roof's not very strong, and it really isn't. So you might think that supporting these beams by thirds, like, you know, cut the beam into 3 pieces, essentially cut, you know, divide it into 3 pieces, and then you would put the mounts, you know, at the third spot. But when you use engineering calculations, you actually end up at the 22.4 mark. And, you know, obviously the roof is round, but miraculously, when I put these, when I did the calculations for the, to support the rail, and of course that's a little bit overboard, I understand that, to support the rail, so that the load would be equal across the entire rail, the engineering says 22.4 inches on each span on the coming in from the ends, and that supports the whole rail evenly. And then ironically, that left just about that much roof below the rail, which, I mean, come on, that couldn't have turned out any better. All right, so here's my rivnut tool, and we'll put a rivnut on there. Just tighten it down nice, and we'll get some die-core. Okay. Save my zip tie. Save my baggie over here. Okay, and we'll put a little die-core on there. It is really difficult not to make a mess doing anything with the sealant, isn't it? But I've been doing pretty good so far. The patch panels, they're a little rough on the sealant, but what's important is what's underneath the patch panel, not what's around it. I can peel that off and repair that anytime I want. All right, so I've got some die-core on there, and let's go ahead and put that in the hole and rivet it. And we'll just take a couple screws and just make sure, yep, we're good. Unscrew that. Oh, that's just so beautiful. Well, this is a very big moment. I've drilled 2 holes. We'll make that 4 holes in my roof. And using the stainless steel M8 rivnuts, see if I can zoom in on that. And I'm going to go ahead and use die-core to seal the threads. All right, let's use a whole roll of paper towels. All right. All right, we'll put that one in. Give it a couple turns, make sure she's nice and tight. Of course, when I put the bolt in and torque them down, yeah, it would continue to torque the rivnut, but I haven't found that to be the case yet. They are going in flawlessly, and it would take this bus being in a hurricane, I think, to remove the solar panels from the roof. It's going to be a good 120 mile an hour wind capable, for sure, for sure. Okay, we'll throw that one overboard and pick it up later. Let's put another one in. Okay, and got one more to go. This goes pretty quick, huh? I've already got 1, 2, 3. This will be 4. That'll be 11 more to go. And I can't wait till it's over. I want to go camping on August something with a friend of mine, a buddy of mine. I can't remember the date, so I'm trying to get this done. Not the electrical stuff, that's going to take more time, but I want to get these done and get the solar panels on so the bus can be mobile again. Because right now, she is not mobile, and that really bothers me. Okay. You don't want to go overboard on the riv nuts. You just want to get them so that they're completely crushed up against the bottom there. And because you could theoretically damage the threads. All right, so we will set this one on very carefully, and there's enough die-core on there that it's been squeezing out the rubber gasket, which I just love to see. Looks like we nailed another one, guys. And whoops. Okay. Here we go. What's happening? Oh, there we go. Okay, scared me for a second. Okay. All right. All right, now we'll get a couple bolts, get a lock washer, get a flat washer, get a Allen wrench, constantly cleaning my hands off, and we'll get one of these in there. Oh, well, that just made a mess. All right, one screwed in. No, all gone. Okay. Oh, that's the problem. Okay, I was freaking out because it wasn't sitting flat, and I'm like, okay, I know this works, so what's going on? I was sitting on my box of, oh, got sidetracked talking to you guys. And I sure hope that camera's recording. We got a lot more to do if it isn't. But you're only, sometimes, they just go in like butter. Like butter. I've had a headache, migraine for 27 hours. I still have one, but obviously I've been in a fetal position for about 27 hours, so I am up and around, and I lost a whole day of work in the shop. I got it around 2 o'clock yesterday, and by 5 I was, woo, in a bad way. In a bad way. Okay, and let's see here. The good news is, if I haven't had to do it yet, but if for some reason my drill moves just a teeny bit, and which it hasn't yet, it's been cutting, it's been sawing, drilling right into the hole I've been tapping into the sheet metal. But if it does, I can always loosen the connector, the swivelly connector underneath, and move it just a smidge. However, that would make my measurements off by 1 millimeter. And as you know, I'm like millimeter precision here on this guy. So I really want to maintain that. Okay. Okay. I really need a ball for this, but I've been getting all right without it. All right, look at that. Squeezing right out of there. Oh, that is just gorgeous. Oh, that is just, well, this just exceeded my expectations. I mean, maybe not, but it's 100% freaking amazing. 100% freaking amazing. Incredible. Precision measuring, precision positioning, and the very first rail is on. I only have 14 more to go. Fucking gorgeous. Excuse my language. Did I say that? Do I have to bleep that out? I don't know. I'm not a YouTuber. But it is hard to get these with the bolt side until it gets down a little ways. And I do need a different tool for this. I'll have to... Guys, there is... Woo-hoo-hoo! One more. All right, so I won't torture you with doing more of them, but I did want to show you my quick little process here. I'm going to drill two more rails, and I'll have 2 sets of 3 done here tonight.